Guys, it's Billy Mack and welcome to my garage. So where we left off last, we were playing around with a few things. We put the timing gear on the crank. We're gonna set up the timing set today. I got my plate ready to go on for the cam. I'm gonna torque that down 18 foot-pounds, and then we're gonna get going on setting in our timing set. So everything's set up on there. 10 mil is where we're going. So right now, should be pretty close to the 18 mil. Or sorry, 18 pounds-feet. Cam retainer plate is in. All right, so now it's time to put the timing chain on. Let's get this set to top dead. That's top dead center. So just so you know, there is a bearing that goes there. I added a little bit of assembly loop. So you can see the little circle dot there around O or whatever, and then straight up is the dot on the cam gear, all the way up your number one piston, so that means your top dead center. Time to torque them down. So your torque specs on the cam gears is 26 pounds-feet. Perfect. So for tonight, that's it for me. I'm gonna tidy up a little bit, and then tomorrow when we drop Olivia off at school, we're gonna come back and start reassembling more. Have to put the gaskets on the timing covers and whatnot, and then we'll get to work on reassembling this motor. So when I go like this, 1, 2, it's the next day. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to install the oil pump. Fun. So here is the oil pump. Right now it has the standard pressure spring in it. This one comes with the option for 10 PSI less or 15 PSI more. They call this the Copo spring. I think for now, we might leave this one in to make it simple and just get it installed. Gonna do a little wipe up here. So I had a good message from one of the guys that kind of watch my videos, and he had suggested not to use shop towels, but to use dryer sheets to keep the lint from going. These are low lint shop towels, so they're not too bad, but they are not 100% perfect. So great tip, and maybe I should start following the tip. Following the tips. All right. Okay. So that's in place. What we're gonna do now, I'm just gonna clean off the bolts that bolt in the oil pump. I'm gonna turn this a few times just to get this these rings seated in perfectly, and your oil pump's on. Say, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm gonna set the bolts in here for now, lightly. Now these bolts, I had cleaned them off, and then I put some oil on them, on the threads. And then they will get torqued down to 18 pounds-feet. We're gonna keep them nice and loose. All right, so we're gonna turn this engine over a bit. So, as you can see, I am removing it. If you want to know why, well, I'm kind of an idiot. I forgot to run a little bit of oil in there to prime it first. So, that's what I'm gonna do. Got her primed there now. Last thing you want to do is start anything round number 2. Now we grab our trusty torque wrench, set it to 18 pounds feet. Oil pump is installed. Okay, so since the oil pump's on, next project for today is to see if this oil pickup tube fits under my valve cover. When I checked the windage tray, I never checked that. So let's go grab the valve cover and see. And that's a big negative no on that one. So I guess I'm gonna have to order a low profile pickup tube. Great. Well, I guess what we can do now is get our timing covers, front and rear covers, and put the new seals in them. But all I can do right now. So we got a Cousin Bob's ring grinder tool again. Fortunately, I had to use the drill out of it. I hope he's not too offended. But the good thing about this tool is it's multi-purpose. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this to pry or push out our seal from the front timing gasket. Let's get this set up. Beautiful, so it's all set up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this object right here, place it on that object right there, and give it a couple taps with this object right here. And that should remove the seal. That's a thumbs up, by the way. Yeesh. Thumbs up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and what it looks like is there's some kind of a material on that to seal better. I don't know if it's an RTD of some sort, but I don't believe you actually need any. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to clean up in there, make sure it is perfectly spotless, throw in the other gasket. Clean. Clean as it's gonna get anyway. We wanna make sure that it's nice and dry though, so when we're dropping in the other gasket, we don't have any issues with it popping out. So what we do, we're gonna set that in place as flush as possible. I'm going to grab something that's not too abrasive, not too aggressive, like this rubber mallet, and maybe we'll throw something on top to keep it flat and give it some nice light taps to put it in. You know what? I'm kind of silly. I forgot that I had Cousin Bob's multi-purpose tool here. Why the heck? Why would I use anything else? Dang. Why would I use anything else? Like, you'd even know, boy. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Might be able to see better from that angle. So, let's make sure that we get it all straight. First, set on Cousin Bob's tool. Hey! Well, first thing I want to do is give a shout out to Cousin Bob, because this thing here is just such a great tool. And I mean, they're hard to come by these days. I mean, Hacksaw Jim dug it back in the 80s and 90s in wrestling. He had a really nice one. The Rock in that movie there, Walking Tall, where he beat guys over the head with it and stuff. Well, he had a good one too. I think his was a 4x4. Anyway, Cousin Bob, awesome. As you can see, it don't get much better than that. I sing a lot because I'm special. Beautiful. Let's go set this on the engine. I know we're not gonna keep it on there, but let's go set it on for now. Gasket's not going on now because this will not be the last time you do anything with it. Cover is on. I think the engine's gonna look super duper all black. So here we go with the rear cover. The rear main seal is gonna come off as well. So you know what we're gonna do with that. Same idea as before. Oh, sorry. Stay still. There's your rear main seal. It's a little dried out. It's actually not too bad. But the Felpro gasket kit that I got, it has it in it. So there's not much sense of not using it. So the same thing, we're gonna tidy this one up a bit, clean it, and then throw on the new main seal. And there you have it, nice and clean. Let's grab the new main seal. So on the gasket, it does say this side out. So I am assuming out means not in towards the tranny. We'll set Cousin Bob's tool up, make sure everything's lined up. And as they say in the movies, I don't know what they say in the movies anymore. Some movies are weird. All right, so that one's gotta go a little bit further. Looks good. Don't know how good it is, but it looks good. So the rear main seal is not going in just yet. There's a few things I gotta tidy up in the back of the motor. But I think what we could do now is we could put some lifters in this bitch. All right, all the lifters were soaking in oil for the longest time. Now we'll clean up the lifter holes in the block and set the lifters in the trays and slide them in. Pretty simple. So pretty simple. You make sure that you're nice and delicate, sliding them into place. Try to align them up with the holes. And make sure that the tray's sitting down all the way. Sorry for the bad view, hard to do it with one hand. So, did I upgrade the lifters? No. Why is that? Because, like I've said before, the plan is to build another engine that is more high performance. This engine here, even though it's not inexpensive, it's gonna cost me probably $3,000 to $4,000 Canadian to complete. It is more of a test motor for me to learn how to tune on. So, if something happens, something happens. But for now, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. I'm Billy Mack. Thank you guys for watching, like and subscribe. But I'm Billy Mack, and welcome to my garage. Boom, boom. I was gonna slap it, but it's kind of, you expect it.